So this, again, is your review for 3.3. There's a lot of division in here, whether it's long division, synthetic division, so on. So with this, for number 1, you're finding the quotient and the remainder using long division. You're given 12x cubed plus 6x squared plus 13x divided by 3x squared plus 2. Remember, you need to check to make sure that all of your variables have powers from highest to lowest. If there's one missing, you have to represent that by the 0x to that power or just the plus 0. So with the first part, that 12x cubed plus 6x squared plus 13x, you are missing your constant, so we're going to add in a 0. With the 3x squared plus 2, you're missing an x, so we're going to add in a 0x. So this means that you are going to do 3x squared plus 0x plus 2 on the outside, 12x cubed plus 6x squared plus 13x plus 0 on the inside. From here, start with the 3x squared and the 12x cubed. That 3x squared multiplies by 4x to make it 12x cubed. We're going to multiply that 4x by the 0x and the 2 as well. Put those two terms underneath the 6x squared and the 13x. So 4x times 0x is 0x squared. 4x times 2 is positive 8x. From here, we subtract, distribute that negative in, change the sign on everything, and add the opposites. Your 6x squared minus x squared is 6x squared. The 13x minus 8x is 5x, and then that 0 drops down. So from here, you start all over again. The 3x squared times what is 6x squared? That's just 2. So we multiply that 2 by everything on the outside, put it underneath the 6x squared plus 5x plus 0. 2 times 3x squared is 6x squared. 2 times 0x is 0x. 2 times 2 gives us 4. We subtract these. Again, distribute the negative, change the sign on everything, and add the opposites. So it's going to give us 5x minus 4 as our remainder. So since that 5x minus 4 is our remainder, we're going to put it over what we divided by within our answer. So our answer for this one is just going to be 4x plus 2 plus our remainder, which is 5x minus 4, over what we divided by, which is 3x squared plus 2. For number 2, we're given x to the 6th power plus 11x to the 4th power plus 36x squared plus 30 divided by x plus 5. We're missing the x to the 5th power, so we're going to add in a 0x to the 5th. We're missing the x cubed, so we'll add in a 0x cubed. And we're missing these x, so we'll add in a 0x. Your x plus 5 is fine, so we're going to put that on the outside. On the inside, you'll have the x to the 6th plus 0x to the 5th plus 11x to the 4th plus 0x cubed plus 36x squared plus 0x plus 30. Your x times x to the 5th is x to the 6th. So it's going to give us x to the 6th power plus 5x to the 5th. We subtract these, distribute that negative, change the sign on everything. That leaves us with negative 5x to the 5th power, and we bring down the 11x to the 4th. From here, the x times negative 5x to the 4th power is negative 5x to the 5th. So the 5 times the negative 5x to the 4th is negative 25x to the 4th. So then we would subtract these, distribute the negative in, so that gives us 36x to the 4th plus 0x cubed. So now from here, your x times 36x to the 4th, x cubed, is going to give you 36x to the 4th. And then 36 times 5, 5 times 6 is 30. Carry the 3. 5 times 3 is 15, plus 3 is 18. So that's 180x cubed. So So we're going to subtract these, add your opposites. It gives you negative 180 x cubed plus 36x squared. Your x is going to multiply by negative 180 x squared to give you negative 180 x cubed. Then you multiply that with the 5. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 8 is 40. 5 times 1 plus 4 is 9. So that's a negative 900x squared. Subtract these. Distribute your negative. Change your sign on everything. That's 936x squared plus 0x. Now from here, you're going to have 936x up top. Multiply that by the x plus 5. That's 936x squared. The 5 times 6 is 30. Carry the 3. 5 times 3 is 15, plus 3 is 18. 5 times 9 is 45, plus 1 is 46. So from here, subtract, distribute your negatives. This should be a positive, which turns into a negative. So that's negative 4, 68, 0. Then you bring down your x. So then bring down your 30. And that's going to give you a negative 4680 up top. Multiply that with the 5. The 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 8 is 40. 5 times 6 is 30, plus 4 is 34. 5 times 4 is 20, plus 3 is 23. And then that would be negative. So now subtract these. Add your opposites. And that's going to give us 23,430 as our remainder. So all together for this one, I'm going to put it over here. We have x to the 5th power minus 5x to the 4th power plus 36x cubed minus 180x squared plus 936x minus 4,000. I knew this wasn't going to work out. Let's do it this way. Here we go. X squared, or x to the 5th minus 5x to the 4th plus 36x cubed minus 180x squared plus 936x minus 4,680 plus 2,000 or 23,430 over x plus 5. The next part that we're going to look at is finding the quotient and the remainder using synthetic division. With these, remember the part that you're dividing by, set it equal to 0, solve for x. That's the number that's going to be on the outside. From there, make sure the part that you start with, which is the coefficients and constants that are going on the inside, include every term from the highest power to the lowest power. So for number 3, we have x cubed plus 7x squared plus 15x plus 17 divided by x plus 2. That number that's going to go on the outside is negative 2. On the inside, you're going to have 1, 7, 15, and 17. First term drops down. That's the 1. 1 times negative 2 is negative 2. Put that underneath the 7 and combine it with the 7. That leaves you with 5. 5 times negative 2 is negative 10. 15 minus 10 is 5. 5 times negative 2 is negative 10. 17 minus 10 gives us a positive 7. So that 7 is your remainder. The 5 to the left of that is your constant. 5 to the left of that's going to get x. The 1 to the left of that gets x squared. So our answer for this one is x squared plus 5x plus 5 plus 7 over x plus 2. For number 4, we have 2x cubed plus 15x squared minus 9x minus 90 divided by x minus 1. If you take that x minus 1, set it equal to 0, and solve, you're going to get that x is equal to 1. So on the outside, you're going to have 1. On the inside, you start with a 2, then the 15, then negative 9, and negative 90. Your 2 is going to drop down. 2 times 1 is positive 2, plus 15 is 17, times 1 is positive 17. 17 minus 9 is 8. 8 times 1 is positive 8, and negative 90 plus 8 is a negative 82. So from here, that negative 82 is going to be your remainder. The 8 is your constant. 17 gets an x. 2 gets x squared. So that's x squared plus 17x plus 8 plus negative 82 over x minus 1. And again, if you remember when we did this lesson, that negative 82, you can either write it as the negative 82 over x minus 1, or you can write it as x squared plus 17x plus 8 minus 82 over x minus 1. It's totally up to you. It means the same exact thing. For number 5, you have x to the 4th power minus 2x cubed plus 23x squared minus 120x minus 11 divided by x minus 4. Set the x minus 4 equal to 0 and solve. You get that x is equal to 4. So that 4 goes on the outside. On the inside, you're going to have 1, negative 2, 23, negative 120, and negative 11. Drop your 1 down. 1 times 4 is positive 4. 4 minus 2 is positive 2. 2 times 4 is 8. Your 23 plus 8 gives you 31. 31 times 4 is going to be 124. Minus 120 is positive 4. 4 times 4 is 16. Minus 11 gives us 5. Your 5 is your remainder. 4 is your constant. 31 gets x. 2 gets x squared. 1 gets x cubed. So that's going to give us x cubed plus 2x squared plus 31x plus 4 plus 5 over x minus 4. For your next section, it tells you to use synthetic division and the remainder theorem to evaluate the following. Remember with these, it gives you the number that's going on the outside. You're going to use synthetic division. Whatever your remainder is, that's your answer. So for number 6, you have p of x is equal to 5x squared plus 6x plus 4. You're finding p of negative 1. That negative 1 is going to go on the outside of your synthetic division. On the inside, you're going to have 5, 6, and 4. 5 drops down. 5 times negative 1 is negative 5. 6 minus 5 is 1. 1 times negative 1 is negative 1. 4 minus 1 is 3. The 3 is your remainder. That's your answer. So you give your answer as p of negative 1 is equal to 3. For number 7, you have p of x is equal to 3x squared plus 2x plus 5. You're finding p of 3. So 3 is going to go on the outside. On the inside, you're going to have 3, 2, and 5. Drop your 3 down. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 2 is 11. 11 times 3 is 33, plus 5 is 38. So that 38 is your remainder. That means that p of 3 is equal to 38. For number 8, you have p of x is equal to x cubed plus 9x squared plus 4x plus 9. You're finding p of 3. 3 goes on the outside. On the inside, you have 1, 9, 4, and 9. Drop down your 1. 1 times 3 is 3. Plus 9 gives us 12. Times 3 is 36. Plus 4 is 40. Times 3 is 120. Plus 9 is 129. That 129 is your remainder, which means p of 3 is equal to 129. For your last one, you're given p of x is equal to 6x to the 5th power plus 9x cubed plus x plus 5. You're told to find p of negative 1. For this one, you're missing the x to the fourth power, so we're going to add in a 0 x to the fourth. You're also missing the x squared, so we'll add in a 0 x squared. That means the negative 1 is going to go on the outside. On the inside, you're going to have 6, 0, 9, 0, 1, and 5. Drop your 6 down. 6 times negative 1 is negative 6. 0 minus 6 is negative 6. Times negative 1 is a positive 6. Plus 9 is 15. Times negative 1 is negative 15. Plus 0 is negative 15. Times negative 1 is positive 15. Plus 1 is 16. Times negative 1 is negative 16. Plus 5, or 5 minus 16, is negative 11. That negative 11 is your remainder, which means P of negative 1 is equal to negative 11. So again, just like your synthetic division regularly without using your remainder theorem and your long division, if you're missing a power from highest to lowest, you have to add in that 0x to whatever power you're missing. So same thing is true with your remainder theorem.